So everything is good. I request you once again, please switch on the camera. It becomes very easy to talk, to see the faces and talk. All right. Are we good to go?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Thank you. So let's begin the session. Today we are going to talk about the second day, which is called as, okay, before this, let me just ask you a question, okay? Say for example, now, okay, let me ask you a question. Now, suppose you decided one day, okay, each one of you, that you're going to have a product of a bakery item. Okay, you decided that, okay, you're going to be a baker and you're going to be a very exclusive baker. Okay, that's the word that you have to remember. And now you have to decide, okay, if you are from one part, suppose you are from Mumbai. Now, just tell me, how would you decide? How would you create your market? How would you sell your product? What will you think at the branding and the marketing level at the first? Sales come on the secondary part. But the first is, if you decided, okay, I want to be a baker, I want to be an exclusive baker, I stay in Mumbai. Now you tell me, how would you decide where would your money come from?
By advertising?
Exactly. You will advertise. But how?
Yeah.
Where? When?
Via social media, via Instagram, Facebook.
Correct. Very correct. But now, when you talk about in social media, Bhavna, there are two parts of it. One is the organic part and one is a paid part. And everybody knows that when it comes to the paid part, it is expensive affair, whether it is on LinkedIn, whether it's on Instagram, or it is on Facebook, correct? So if you're a new starter, you do not have much of the money. So how would you do that investment of paid part? Now, again, then I repeat the question. Say, for example, you are a baker, you are an exclusive baker. Now tell me, how would you think at a marketing and a branding level so that it ultimately helps you to get a lot of sales?
Through advertising?
Give samples.
Give samples, right? But where would you give sample? That is a question that I'm asking. Correct. That is a part of the journey that you would be giving the samples. Everybody is giving me.
I think advertising.
Give your products to reputed bakers as a sample, or anywhere giving a sample of your products to any nearby merchants or a place to advertise your product.
Fair enough. Okay, again, I repeat one thing. I'm giving you a lot of hints. You have to think from that perspective because you have to think from a perspective of a sales angle. I'm again and again using the word called as exclusive. Now, when I say, okay, I'll give you more better hint on this. When I say exclusive, my pastry will cost around 150 rupees. What is an average price of a pastry in the market?
30 to 45?
Correct. 30 to 45. 40 to 45. But I'm telling you that it's an exclusive piece of pastry and I am selling my pastry at 150 rupees. Now tell me, how would you think so that people buy your product or service?
It's a brand.
And
Correct.
quality.
How?
I have a answer. We should focus on USP, unique selling
Okay.
point of the product. What makes it different from other products? How it is being prepared. It is vegetarian, eggless, or like whom we are catering. What are the factors? Like it is sugar free, or what? Like we can highlight those points.
Exactly. Whom are we targeting?
If it is sugar free, we are targeting diabetic people or people who are in fitness and wants to have a control. They want to have like dessert also, but in the cost of not taking calories much.
Sure. So Exactly. That is one of the points. But let me now explain you what exactly I meant with my questions. So most of the people, whatever you have said, yes, it comes in the journey of the process, but it is not it at the start of the process. Now just think whatever you have in your mind as in terms of if suppose you want to create something in your life. So firstly, if you have created, I have a product, I have called a baker and it's an exclusive baker. First, I have to think if my pricing is 150 rupees, where would I sell it? And I specifically told that it is going to be in Bombay. Say, for example, I'm from Bombay or whichever city are you from. So first you have to decide who is your target market. Now, when you say Bombay, Bombay is a bigger city, right? It's a very big city. Now, if I go to Vile Parla, if I go to Vashi, do you think people from the region who is staying over here would be buying product of mine, which is 150 rupees?
So the target would be something like a luxury market. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So the
Yes.
target market would be the luxury people of the Bombay. Now, where does these people stay?
Bandra.
It could be Bandra, it could be Dadar, it could be towards Churchgate, it could be towards Marine Drive, it could be, towards the suburbs of the Bombay.
South Bombay mostly.
Suburb Bombay. Are you people connecting with it? Now just think from your city also. So there could be, if suppose you are at your city, Kavita, which city are you from? Bina.
I'm from Hyderabad.
Okay, so Hyderabad. So what is that Hyderabad which has a Karachi store? Hill Road.
Yes, yes.
Now, correct? Hill Road is the one thing. Now, just imagine if Bina is from Hyderabad. Bina is also having a bakery, an exclusive bakery. She stays in Hyderabad. Her product is of 150 rupees. Do you think that if you go to a certain area where, people do stay there, but then would they buy this product? There are certain kind of people, right, who would be buying your product? Right? So that becomes your target market. So for whatever you do, you have to understand first who is your target market. The problem with the sales is that you cannot do the right prospecting. When you remember the sales process that we have yesterday was because before that comes a target market. Now that you have to first understand what is the target market. Based on that, you have to design and then you have to start prospecting on that. Are you people getting the connectivity of it? So the target market is the end consumer in which company wants to sell its product. So if I'm a baker, so I have to sell my product to pay places which has an upper middle class and they have a discretionary income, which, there should be a discretionary income as in terms of people don't mind spending 3,000 or 4,000 rupees just on the leisures. So that becomes my target market. Are you people understanding what am I trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Correct. Now, if you take an example of Country Delight actually is ruling in city like Bangalore. It is ruling in the city like Hyderabad. It is ruling in the city. It is not ruling in the city like Bombay. Country Delight, I personally feel, I'm not sure with the data, but I think that this is the data, that it is not having very strong holding in Bombay or a tier 2 city. You know why? Because these are the people who they don't want expensive products first and foremost. And when you go to tier 2 and tier 3 cities, they already have the fresh products. Now just imagine if there is a city like Nagpur or Nasik or Chhattisgarh or some other cities in India, say for example, and if you go and tell we'll give you the fresh food, would they buy it? No, because they already have the fresh food. So that's not the target market for them. Did this concept got clear? So one of the reasons why we do not achieve our sales is because we do not understand our target markets. We don't get into the right target market. Then we do the wrong prospecting. Then we do the wrong qualifying, and then hence and forth. All right. So there are steps involved in target markets. You have to think from all of this perspective. So first, understand the problem of the customer. Whom are you addressing? Whom are you addressing? What are you addressing? Now, for example, if I'm a baker, people want different flavors than, what is a regular flavor like fruit pastry or the, Dutch chocolate or extra. They want a flavor like jackfruit pastry, or they want an orange peel kind of pastry. So you have to understand what is the problem, what are they looking for. Now let's talk another example of Blinkit. Blinkit actually started, one second, I'm so sorry for that. I forgot to put it on the switch out. Silent mode. All right. Now let's talk about another example of Blinkit. Blinkit is one of the very successful companies in Bangalore. You know why? Because Bangalore has a problem with the time management. People are very busy. People do not have time, so they forget to actually put up a lot of things in their home. Now in the morning, when the ladies cook up the food, they don't have the product right in their house. So it's just 10 minutes that delivers the product. So you're solving a problem, right? Always think about it. That's what problem are you solving? Always think about the market. What is that? Uber started with this example. There were, what is the story of Uber? So, let me tell you the story of Uber. So there were four friends. They were actually at a very good positions in different cities of the world. They were all school friend or a college friend. I am not very sure on that front. Now they went to Singapore, or maybe they were in Hong Kong, I think. So they were all having a party and all that stuff. And it was 12 o'clock at the night and they wanted to go back to their respective hotels. Now what happened was, once they got out of the place, they were trying to just book the cab. They were just trying to tell the cabs to drop them. And there was a lot of challenges that, there is no cab which is stopping by. And they actually stood there for almost 1.5 hours, 2 hours. And in that 1.5 hours, 2 hours, one friend just randomly said, would been a fun if there is an app where we just say, okay, we want to book a cab and the cab comes and we go. Trust me, this is a fact. That's how the story of Uber started. And the next day they all gathered together and they actually discussed about it. And that's how the Uber started. So always think about the market. What are you solving the problem? What is the main pain point about them? So even if you are a part of Harki and you are actually calling up different people and you're telling them, okay, now this is what we are offering to you. First, you have to understand what is that the Harki is offering. Secondly, what problem is it solving of the people? When you start understanding that if they buy this service of Harki, this is the emotions or this is a simplification in their life. So it is a fair chances for you that they will listen to you and then probably they'll get into interaction. And the chances of getting into sales will be higher. Are you with me? Great. So you have to also understand about your target market. What are their hobbies? What are their interests and what is their fear? This is specifically written in the black statement because I want you to remember every time that when you think about target market, think about three things. Is it something that you're helping with the hobby? Is it something that you're helping with the interest? Or is it something that you're helping with the fear? If you identify this and your product or service is solving it, you have a target market. Correct? The next point is that you should know your competition. How many people are there already in that? Because everybody is there in all of product and services. So what is the competition? If there is too much of competition, you just can't enter into it. There would be very high chances that you would actually face either the failure or you will burn a lot of money to have a positioning. Now, if I say, okay, Swati wants to start one second, Abhi, let me just continue this. Now, for example, if I'm Swati and I say, okay, tomorrow I want to start a potato chips business. Do you think I should get into the potato chips business? I have a very good idea about potato chips, but I want to get into potato chips. Do you think? There are people who eat a lot of potato chips, but should I go into it? The answer is no, because the competition is very high. So the people who are sitting already there has a very high market share. Probably me getting into it, I'll get a very minute market share. and I have to burn lot of money to get the positioning. If I have the money to burn it, then I should get into it. Yes, Abhi, you have a question.
Ma'am, I have a question related to this only. That how
Yes.
can we kill? Because everything is, everything is a business these days.
Huh.
So
Hmm.
it is very difficult to penetrate into something very new. So how to kill the competition? I like if there is any competitor for the same product or services, what are the
Hmm.
factors that we can kill the competitors, or we can sustain into that business with the
Hmm.
competitors also? And that is my question.
Okay. So, Abhi, first and foremost, let me give you an understanding that you cannot kill a competitor, because a person who is there in the market, of course, is not fool around. So stop this kind of mindset that you have to kill somebody. What you have to think instead is that, how do I make myself into position?
Yes, exactly. I wanted, like, how can we also develop,
Exactly.
create a business out of it? The same.
Yes. Okay, yes. Now, one thing that I want to tell to each one of you is that when you talk about sales, when you're into a sales training, you have to be very cautious. What kind of words do you use? This is called as sales communication, because one wrong word in a statement can change the whole meaning of the statement. Okay. Secondly, coming to the question of Abhi, how do we create a position for the for our product or services if there are too much of competition? There could be many factors. First, you need to work on the pricing. You have to be lesser than the other people so that people buy. Because we are price, if you talk about India, we are price driven people. So you can beat on pricing. You can beat on uniqueness of that particular thing. Suppose there are 10 things in the market. Say, for example, I'm on potato chips. So there could be a tomato flavor, there could be a cheese flavor, there could be an original flavor, there could be one, two more flavors. Now, if you want to create a positioning of potato chips only as a company, so get a podina one, get a baked one, get a jackfruit one, which helps in the diabetic. Get into or peri peri one. So you need to get something new which people would like. That's how you create the positioning of yourself. So either you work on the USP of the product or you work on the pricing of the product. Does that help you?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I'm sorry, I missed out. So does that help you, Avi? Abhi?
Yes, yes, Swati, it did.
Yeah. So, okay, one more thing I want to tell each one of you. If at certain point of time, if you think that this is something that you're not accepting, please do let me know about it, because it is not a compulsion that you have to agree whatever I say. You can have your own very strong viewpoint as well. Maybe I learned something. All right. So one is called as a target market. So any questions on target market before we get into the next part of target market?
No, I don't
Great.
have.
Great. So thank you for that. Now let's talk about, we got the target market. Okay. Now there has come the word called as target audience. Okay. Now what is target audience? You understood. Okay. Now let's take another example. Let's take, I am the manufacturer of female. Let's take an example of Bliss Club, because that is one thing which I have seen on the Instagram. They have exponentially grown very beautifully in the COVID, from the COVID. So what they have done right now is that they have created a pants which has different kind of varieties in the stuck in the denims, and that is basically for different body types of female. So the target market for them is all over India, for the females who are working. Okay, that becomes their target market. So they actually, no, the target markets, they actually were specifically in Bangalore, they actually were having themselves in Mumbai, they had in Hyderabad, they had in Pune, they had in Gurgaon. So these are the target markets, because the people, the percentage of the females working here is comparatively more compared to other smaller cities. Do you got the understanding of it? So that's a target market. Now, who are the target audience? The audience is basically the people in that target market who will buy your product. So target market is a bigger one, and target audience is a subset of target market. Are you people getting this?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Great. So now there are four factors to it. Okay, one is a demographic, one is a psychographic, one is a behavioral, and one is a socio-economics level. Now, let me make you go through it one by one. Now, when you talk about demographic, you have to be very specific. Oh, my pant has, oh, I have created three types of pant. One pant is which is of 999, one pant is of 1299, and third pant is of 1599. You people got the concept? Now, what is the income? What is the age? What is the gender? What is the occupation? What is the geography? What is the ethnicity? I have to understand this. I have to create a buyer's persona for that. I'll explain you what buyer's persona is in the just another half an hour. To just understand this, that is demographic. Okay, a person who is going to buy 999 should be in the age group of between 21 to 29. What should be the income? She should have at least a basic salary package of 5 lakhs to 6 lakh rupees. What could be gender? Of course, female, because I'm targeting females. What could be the occupation? That person could be a salesperson, an HR, an operation, a person who actually have a 9 to 5 job. Okay. And the geography is basically the person should be from Gurgaon, from Hyderabad, from Pune, from Bangalore. So these kind of geography. Now, these are the things. Now, just imagine with another set of things, 1299. Now, that's a little expensive one. So what is the income? What is the age? Now, I'm looking for 1299. It has a two different types of body shape. So I want people in this from 25 to 35 years of age, because that's how I want to categorize for some reasons. Secondly, the income of these people who is going to buy 1299 should be between 6 lakhs to 10 lakhs. What is the gender? The gender is female. What is the occupation? Now, this is a very comfort kind of thing. So I want people who are actually into event industry, or maybe in the sales, maybe in the marketing, maybe in the branding, maybe at the executive levels, maybe people who are actually, going out, becoming an executive assistant to CFO, who needs comfort and good looks. They become they actually get into my occupation status. Are you people understanding? So I'm just trying to give you with a lot of examples over here. So that's about the demographic. The next one is a behavioral. Now, what is the behavioral? When do I buy? Do my product is bought on the occasions or the timing? What is the spending habit of that city or the people? Suppose if I say my 999 product is there, so if a person is purchasing a product of 999 or 1,000 rupees, do you think they're spending, their age is between 21 to 29, say for example, so their spending habit would be much higher, right? So now I have to bring colors here because they need colors. They're youngsters, they're Gen Z people. So they are more of the people who needs a lot of varieties. So how are their spending habits? What is the interest about it? What are they looking at? Now these kind of people also look for a lot of loyalty rewards, and they just don't go and buy. So do you have any schemes? Okay, you have to have a lot of schemes over here. Then you have a psychographic. What is a lifestyle? What is a social class? What is an attitude? What is a belief? What is a lifestyle stage? What is a personality? Aesthetics, yes, Avi, aesthetic also comes into the behavioral part of it. People are very conscious when it comes to the particular age. They want to look good. They want to look presentable. Nowadays, it doesn't matter to any of the age, but initially when you are between 21 to 29, you are more into that. So this is a psychographic one. And the last one is, what is your education? What is your income? What is your family income? What is an employment? What is the family size? So this all decide who are your target audience. And believe on me, before any product is launched by any good or big company, they do this. They have a proper data research on that, which goes to years, at least 6 months to 8 months. There are a group of people who get the data, they analyze the data, they understand it, and based on that, the product is launched in the market. And that is reason some product just go a trajectory growth, because their target audience is very specific. They know whom are they targeting to, and they only target to those people through advertisement, through content writing, through blogging. Now comes the social media power, which you were saying that you have to do the advertisement. Does that make sense? If you do not know your target market and a target audience, just imagine how much money will you spend or burn just randomly. And this particular two things are done at the marketing and the branding level. And this brings you a lot of sales. Any questions still here before we get into another part, another section? Thanks, Ginny. I welcome all these questions, please. No questions? Great. So now the second, let's go to another concept which has a connectivity to this concept. For any decision, for any purchase, it could be as simple as a product that is useful in the kitchen to product which is going to be useful as a family. There are three people who are involved. Minimum three, maximum three people, minimum of two people. Okay. Understand the role of the target audience. Now, this is a target audience role. There is always one who is a decision maker, whether we want to buy a product or we don't want to buy a product. There would always be a person who is an influencer. And there will always be a person who would be a supporter. Always. Are you people getting it?
That's the truth.
Exactly. Now, as I keep on giving examples, can you tell me what can you think when I say these kind of statement?
No clue right now.
Yes, Neha?
Uh, and no clue right now. Just I can't
Okay.
explain the thing. Sorry.
No problem. So I'll give you an example. Now let's talk from the business perspective. Okay. When I talk about business, it's a B2B. Now just imagine I have a software. I'm a company. I build a software. I have a service of that. And say, for example, Anjali is there, and Anjali is a person who Anjali is a company or has a company who is into selling a FMCG product, and she has around 20 people of salespeople and 4 people from marketing, and there is a full team of operation, HR, and everything. It's a big company. It's a 100 crore company. Do you get the context of the business? Did everybody got the context of the business? All right. Okay. Just give me give me a thumbs up, or at least give me something, or you can just type on the chat box. Yes. Great. Now what will happen over here is that now I am as a company, okay, I go to Anjali and I say, Anjali is a decision maker. And I say, Anjali, you know what? I have come up with a amazing software that will help you to understand your data, your lead, your problems, your follow-ups. It will help you a lot to take care about your leads so that there is no wastage of the leads, because lead is a power. Lead means the numbers or the data that they have, right? So it will take care of you. Exactly. So she's a decision maker. Anjali is a decision maker. She's very impressed by what I want to do. And she's like, yes, yes, my company needs it, XYZ, all of this stuff. Now she talks to the marketing head of the person and she says, okay, somebody from this company, Swati, came to me and they showed me a SaaS software, and everything is so nice. We should buy this software. This is of 5 lakh rupees plus a maintenance of 1 lakh rupees for 1 year. I think we can still go ahead with that. The marketing person says, but I do not require that, frankly, because my data has been very much taken care by the Excel. We just got a AI installation of Excel, and my people are very, very happy with that. Why do you want to spend 5 lakh rupees? Because the more you spend, the less budget you will give me to my marketing, right? And ultimately it will come to a sales problem. The marketing person is saying that. Now he becomes an influencer of the decision maker. Oh, you should not buy it. Then the decision maker go to a supporter who is a sales head. Now he says, no, we want it, but you know what? But there are certain features which is not there. I have a problem that I do not know when the birthdays, as we have a lot of schemes on birthdays and anniversary, but your SaaS software doesn't have these kind of feature. I want a pop-up feature of that. So you know what? There is some other company which has this pop-up feature, so that would be more useful to you, more useful for my people. Now 3 people are saying 3 different things. Now you have to understand as a company that I have to go to a decision maker. I have to tell him what is useful to him, what is his challenges, how it is going to benefit his company. I have to talk to the influencer. I have to understand his challenges. I have to explain him how it is going to ease out the life of his four member of the team. And I have to go to the supporter, which is a sales head, and I have to explain him that, see, this is what I want, this is my software, I can do the restructuring of it. If you want certain elements that has to be restructured, you tell me, I'll do it. It is my software, right? I can do the changes. So that's how you create the sales process when you talk about the target audience. Now, this is an example of B2B. Let's take a simple example of you going and buying as simple as jeans for yourself. Okay? As simple as jeans for yourself. You are the person who will pay for it, who is going to wear for it. You wear the jeans and you show to your husband, oh, is it looking good on me? He says, no, he's not looking good on me. And then he becomes an influencer to you. No, it's not looking. Don't buy this one. So there are always two people minimum involved in any of the decision makers. So you have to understand from the both perspectives. Are you people getting it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Swati.
Sure. So you did not worry on this front. You will start getting connectivity to it once we go ahead of it. Now, let me actually give you a very good story about. Have you people seen the ad of McDonald's?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, what do you understand by the McDonald's ad?
Burgers.
Correct. What else?
French fries.
Correct. What else?
Ma'am,
Pizza,
ma'am,
Baby?
the
variety
dummy
of pizzas.
sit behind.
Pizza.
I
Huh?
think I think for McDonald's, it's a dummy statue which sits outside the McDonald's, sitting like a statue, a joke clown type.
Yes. Now I'll tell the real story of it. How does that happen? So when burger is basically eaten by a lot of kids. Okay, it is majorly targeted to the kids. It is
Yes,
still
ma'am.
there that a lot of adults eat it, but still it is more targeting towards their maximum revenue comes by initially used to come by the kids. Now, if you remember, there was a McDonald meal also there because they wanted to attract the kids so that the children can drag their parents to the McDonald's. And once the parent come, they also eat. Correct? Now just go back to the advertisement and think about it. Now, when the McDonald's have an ad, if you have not seen the ad, please go back today and see on the YouTube channel or maybe any place where you can see. What they do is like they will just throw the lower part of the burger first down, then they will throw a lettuce, then they will throw a tomato, then they will throw a tikki, which will show you certain carrots around it or a beans around, some green will look, you will find visible there. Then they will throw a onion, then they will throw a upper part of the burger. Okay. Now, what do you think? What are they doing here? You know, the target audience over here is the kids. The decision maker are the parents, but the influencer are the kids. They're influencing the kids they're influencing. I'm so sorry. The decision maker is the kids that, okay, I want to have the burger, but the influencer, they're trying to influence the parents. See, don't worry. It is a fast food, I understand, but still we are giving a healthy option to you by putting a lot of vegetables to it. So that becomes an influencer for them. So what does the mother start saying? कि चलो ठीक है बर्गर खा रहा है तो खा रहा है कम से कम दो सब्जी भी तो खा रहा है वही चीज वो लेटेस्ट घर पे नहीं खाएगा पर वो बर्गर में खा लेगा The
You're right.
kid doesn't eat the capsicum at the noodles at home. वो ऐसे noodles बाहर निकालेगा पर बाहर के capsicum जो noodles रहेगा उसमें वो खा लेगा. So this is exactly what I'm trying to tell you, that when you target, you have to target. Sometimes the decision maker would be somebody else, but the influencer play a major role. So you have to understand who are the people who are going to take directly or indirectly the decisions for you. So you have to target the decision maker, you have to target the influencer, you have to also target the supporter. Now here the parents become the influencer. Are you people getting it? So this is the story of McDonald's. So there are a lot of stories like this in the market. People are targeted something else. Now, this one thing, Saffola ad. The Saffola, if suppose you talk about the oil, it has been used by the women of the house, right? So they are the decision maker. I'm sorry, I missed out on that. So they are the people who are the user of it, right? So they have to decide whether that, we are the decision maker. We want a Saffola ad, but they influenced also to the females that you have to tell your husband who will pay money for it, why don't you go and buy it? So that's how you have to work upon it. Any questions still here? Is it making relevance to you? Great. Thank you for that. I welcome every questions. I'll just give a pause for 1 minute. Any questions? Okay. Okay. So there are certain things which you have to understand is that when different ways to understand a target audience, who are buying, what are they buying, when are they buying, how are they buying, where do they live, and what are their interests. So let's not get too much into it. Otherwise, it will be a confusion part of it. Now let's get into this. You have to understand that when you start understanding why your target audience, you have to conduct a market research, or you have to read, or you have to understand through magazines, or it could be anything. Firstly, you have to understand what is that you're solving the problem. The pain point of the problem is the answer to the sales. If you solve the pain point with the emotions, you will always have a sales. That's a golden thing that you have to remember. Secondly, you have to always position your product or service that what is that unique in me. Blinkit say in 10 minutes, I'll give you whatever you want. Correct? Then came Zepto. Zepto said, I'll give you everything in within 5 minutes what you want. Right? Dunzo is one. Porter is one. Porter says, you don't have to go from one place to another because we understand you say in a metro city, the distance is far away, you take full of the time. We will transfer your luggage from one place to another place. We are solving your problem with the emotions that you sit at your place, relax, enjoy your drink, have a good family time. Emotions. We will solve your problem. Are you people getting what am I trying to tell you? I'm trying to give as much example that I can remember of.
Yes, I'm getting the point.
Huh? Okay. So that's one way of finding out the target audience. The second way of finding out the target audience is you have to always do an understanding about your competitors. Do their SWOT. What are the strength of other people? What are their weakness? How are they growing? What is that you can add value at? You have to also understand they are selling online, they are selling offline. What is their marketing strategy? What kind of advertisement they have come up with? Where are they advertising it? What are they claiming at? How are they getting the business out of it? So you have to also understand the competitors. Now, if suppose you sell the product of or a service of Herky, you have to also understand, is there anything else in the market that other people are also selling? And if that is selling, what are they selling? How are they selling? What benefits people are getting if they buy that? What benefits are they are getting if the people buy product from Herky? So you have to understand from their perspective. You have to also focus on whom are they targeting? Decision maker, supporter, influencer. Based on that, you can decide where is your target market. The next one is you have to create a persona. Let's not get into this because there is a full topic over this. So just understand creating persona is a great way to drill down into a specific segment that is your target audience. Let's get up. Now, one thing which you have to really remember is that everybody will talk, you create your target audience. But I always say, create the target audience which is not your target audience. That's very important. Have you ever attended any of the MCQs exams? Multiple choice question exams?
Yes.
Yes, correct, everybody. Now there are 4 options, correct for it?
Yes.
Now, do you know what is the strategy with that 4 options? Can
Just to
anybody tell? Huh?
One
create
is
a
correct, three might be wrong.
and the wrong answer.
Huh?
It's like
One
to
right
create.
answer, three wrong answers.
One second, one
Out
second,
of
one second.
four
Sneha.
options, one will be correct and three will be wrong.
Okay, right, Bina. Sneha,
Yes.
what is the strategy?
It is just to make sure the competitor is confident or not. Just to confuse the competitor.
Okay, right. Chinni, what is your answer? Okay. I want to time will consume less. Okay. Now I'll tell you one thing again. I am sure I have said that yesterday also. One of the most important thing in life, or one of the most important skill in life, is what? I said that yesterday very specifically.
Time and need.
I am saying there is one skill which is very important in everything. And I very specifically mentioned that yesterday. Listen, correct. Listening skills. No, listening skills. Uh, Krishnan, it was listening skills, not negotiation. My question was, what is a strategy for the MCQ question and answer? There are 4 questions. How do you strategize it? There is a framework to it. If you don't know, let me no, it is not confusion. Then I'll tell you the answer. If in case you do not know, it's absolutely okay. But you should tell your children, if you have children and they're going to attend to this MCQs through IIT or NEET or any examination, when you have 4 options, you have to understand the strategy is that eliminate, remove the 2 which are absolutely wrong. So you have to eliminate, cancel the 2, and then you are left with 2. And in that 2, which is the nearer one, becomes your answer. Exactly on this MCQ principle, the KBC is actually 1. If you see all the people who won more than 6 lakh rupees, that is 640, they always eliminate the answers and they find out the 2 answers, last 2 answers. Are you people getting it? So many of thumbs up I'm giving, but nobody's showing me the face. Are you people buying what am I saying?
Yes.
So do you
Yes,
agree
ma'am.
with this?
Absolutely, ma'am. I am.
Exactly. So in the same way, you have to do the same thing with target audience. You find out who are your target audience, but at the same time, you have to also understand who are not your target audience. Because if you get these kind of people, you have to tell, oh no, this is a person who is not going to buy my product. So let me not break my head there. So you have to also write it down that way also. Do you got the concept of this?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Great. The next part is that there will always be a data for whatever you do. Okay. Suppose you start your selling job again with her key. Of course, in first month, maybe you will have 100 people that you will be calling. There could be 2 conversions. You have 100 data. You had certain things in mind, but 80, 98 people did not got converted. It's okay. Absolutely okay. In the next month, just understand that 98% why they did not bought. Are they into target audience or not? So in the next month, when you these kind of people again come up with this kind of persona, you will not break your head. So you will not waste your time because you know at the end of the day that they will not buy. So based on more and more data, you have to keep on revising who exactly your target audience is. So please keep an understanding who are the people who are buying and who are the people who are not buying, and keep a track of it. Write it down somewhere and revise it. So once you start every time the new month, You have to keep on understanding and analyzing more and more. Oh, these are the people. So next time, if I'm the person who is slim and trim, I can get jeans very easily available in the market. So if you want to sell me a bliss cup, which is very expensive and which is a very specific to a body type, I'm not a person to your target market. So sorry, target audience. I'm not a person. So don't be behind me to convert into sales, because I will not never convert. So that's exactly you have to think about. Now, then any questions still here, because we are going to a new concept now. So we talked about two things over here. First was the target market, and then we talked about the target audience. The second part is, it is at the marketing and the branding level. First, you need to get very clear this in your heads, and then your sales process start. You have to understand target market is a big market. It could be geographic market. Now, if suppose I have a woolen clothes, if I'm a manufacturing of a woolen product, I have to go and sell it to Rajasthan. I cannot sell that to Kerala, because the coldness is not there, right? So the target market becomes the northern part of India. Are you people getting it? So that's a target market. And then in that target market, you have to understand, based on your product and services, that who are your target audience. And in that target audience, there are different things. You have to understand who are your competitor, what are their pricing, how are they selling, what is the data, who are the people who are not going to buy from you. You have to also understand who is a decision maker, who is an influencer. On all of these factors, you have to understand that if you get this right, your sale process gets very, very easy. Now, this could be a little tough on at this point of time, but believe me, just start understanding one step. You will get it to a right position. I mean, you will get it right at one day. Don't try to do everything at one time. Just one step. Right?
Right, ma'am. Correct.
Great. So let's talk about the next one, which is called as ICP. Do anybody of you know what is ICP?
No, I don't know, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else who can give a try on that?
Ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yes, Chinni?
I don't know, ma'am.
No problem. Anybody else who would like to give a try? So ICP is basically ideal customer profile. Simple. Now let's get into this. First and foremost, why do we do an ideal customer profile? Okay. Because if you have an understanding of who your customer would be, so you would have, say, for example, if you have 100 rupees to spend on marketing, so you will use the marketing in the right way. If you do not know who is your customer or who can be a purchaser, you will just spend randomly and no customer will come. So efficient resource utilization is very important part for it. The second one is, if you know exactly who your customer are, so when you do an advertisement, proper leads will come to you. So the conversion is very high. The third is, you can customize your messaging also to them, which has become a very important part of sales through AI. Then you have a better customer retention. If you, exactly, ideal customer profile, Manisha, right. So you have a better customer retention. People will return to you because you are solving their problem. And the last one is, you will always have a competitive advantage. Now, what exactly is, there could be 10 companies in the same category, but you solve a unique problem in a unique position. So you have an advantage over the 9 people who are there in the market, because you're solving a very unique problem. No? So you're not getting into their market. They're not getting into your market. Right? So that's one, why it is important. So okay, I'm so sorry for this. So how do you understand a component of ICP in B2B market? What is B2B market?
Business to business.
Exactly, business to business. Now let's take an example over here. Again, the same example, that I'm Swati. I have a company which is a SaaS company. I create a software. My software price is 5 lakh rupees to purchase, and 1 lakh rupees is the maintenance charge for for a year-long graduate. Minimum tenure that I look forward for any company is 5 years, and maximum I look for 20 years. The concept is clear? Correct. Right? Now, just imagine if my product is of 5 lakh rupees and there is a startup which is there in just a market of like 1 year. Do you think he would be my ideal customer profile? Should my salespeople go to them? Hello?
Can you please repeat your question?
Yes. So my question is, say for example, I am a software company. You got the context of the market?
Yeah,
Of-
yeah.
yeah. So now just imagine if there is a new startup company in the market. Now they're just new startup and they have just 1 year in the market. Do you think my salespeople should go to them? No. Sneha, why do you think they? Okay, no, fair. Can you give me an answer why no? Trust factor? Okay, could be one.
They do not have that much of experience.
Okay, they do not have that much of experience. What else?
Plus, every company sees their track record and how they have performed earlier.
Okay. Hello, everyone, please switch on your camera. I don't know what you people are into. Are you sleeping by any chance?
No.
Let me see everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Now a request, nobody will switch off the camera. Anjali, Sudha, Satya, Sahitya. All right. So coming back to the question, now I'll tell you an answer. Why my company, if my product is 5 lakh rupees and the maintenance is 1 lakh rupees, there is a startup company which is just there in the market for 1 year. My salesperson should not even target them. I'll tell you why. Because if the company is there in only for 1 year in the market, do you think that they would have grown? Do you think they have the capacity to purchase my product? 5 lakh rupees. Why would they invest in something like 5 lakh rupees at the initial start? At the initial start of the startup, people want to save money. They want to put their whole money into R&D, that is research and development, and lot of marketing. They will take care of this. This is a product of operation. Now, if the product is of 5 lakh rupees, as a company head, don't you think that at least 20 people should be using the product so that I get the benefit of the product? So
Yes.
if company size is only 10, how will 20 people use it? There is no 20 people only in the company. So when you talk about an ideal customer profile, you have to understand what is the company size, how many people are working there, where are they working, are they working from home, are they working from office, what is the use of them, what is the revenue of the company, how much that company earns, what is an industry, do they require my services? If suppose is there any simple solution that they have in the market, why do want they invest of 5 lakh rupees with me? What is the size of their customer where they want to handle? What is the maturity of the age company, as in terms of how old is the company? It is a 10 years old company, 1 year old company, 25 years old company. What is the location? What is the budget of the company? How can they invest money in me? Now, these all answers, when you get, you become an ideal customer profile. Now, I say I'm a SaaS company, and I say for buying my product, I at least need a company who has an employee of 100 people. The revenue of the company should be between 10 crores to 20 crores. The industry that I'm looking is a manufacturing, tech, textile. These are some of the industries that I'm looking at. The size of their customer base should be around 1,000. The maturity is that the company should at least be 15 years old. The location is in the tier 1 and tier 2 cities. I don't want to target tier 3 city because I cannot serve them the problem. The budget is the company should be able to spend 5 lakh rupees plus that 1 lakh rupees, which is my revenue. So their profit should be at least 10 crore. When the profit is 10 crore, then only the company will pay me that 1 lakh rupees. As simple as that. If the company has a profit of 5 lakh rupees, they will never pay me 1 lakh rupee. Are you getting the point? So when you start answering these questions, you get an ideal customer profile. Now, if you know that there are company in the market, and this 6 points, there are 7 points, and out of that 7 points, say for example, the people tick mark into around 5 points, then my salespeople should go to them. You get that context? That's how you create your ideal customer profile. Is it heavy topic?
Yes, ma'am, it's a heading.
Yes, it is. It is indeed heavy. But if you understand now and you start applying even 0.1%, there would be a time that you will understand it completely and thoroughly. You have to always go step by step. Don't try to understand everything at one go. Just understand what is possible for you. Does that make simplify?
Yep.
All right. So that's an ideal customer profile. Okay. So this is another concept in marketing and the sales. It is called as a buyer's persona. I'll tell you, this is a real buyer's persona that Amazon does at US. Okay. Amazon ka headquarter is in Seattle, which is in USA. Okay. Whenever they buy, they get a new product. It could be a Fire Stick, or it could be an Alexa, or it could be anything. In their boardroom, they have actually one chair which is empty. Okay. And people there discuss, oh, if I am bringing this product, who are the people, exact ideal people who will buy my product? And they create buyer. And let me tell you, this is a fictional character. They get everything concrete. What is the age? What is income? What is the location? What is geography? What is their mental status? What is the behavior? What is their attitude? What is their belief? They create buyer persona. They create hundreds of different buyers persona, and they create exact frictional characters. Okay. Now this frictional character is not real. Okay. This is fictional. So if you get that very clear, so probably you're coming nearer to the ideal customer profile. So this is buyer's persona. The first question you have to ask, the smaller the business, the lesser the buyer persona. You can have one or two. The bigger the business, you should have at least 100 to 200 of buyer's persona. And that is something you don't have to think about. I'm just giving you knowledge about it. How to create? The first thing, research. You can only create a persona by research. You can only create an ideal customer profile only by research. You have to research. Who will buy? Why will buy? What am I solving? What is the price? Why are they not buying? What is that they are helping it? You have to keep on understanding this thing. Research. So all the participants over here, I want to tell you, whether you work for Herky or whether you work for some other company, when you are into sales, when you have to understand your product or service, you understand about your product, and then you have to keep on research. Who are the people who will buy? Who? Why? What am I solving? What am I solving? Keep on thinking. Okay, now I'll tell you, I'm a sales trainer. You know this? I'll tell you what is my statement of sales training. Okay. I am Swati Varun Gupta. This is actually written there on my sheet over here. I'm just reading out that for you. I am Swati Varun Gupta. I have 14 years of experience in sales and marketing. I am a Dale Carnegie trainer and facilitator. I help group of people who are into a medium and a small enterprise, from manufacturing, edtech, textile, retail industry. I'm helping them to create more pipeline, to follow the process of the sales, to help them negotiate, to understand different buyers, and to close more deal. Now, once I do that, it becomes easier for every salesperson to have a stress-free life, to get more money, to make more deals, to give that happiness to their family, to let them children do whatever they want. Now you're understanding, when I write and when I say this is my ideal customer profile. I have written down here, I have just read it, what is there. Now, if I have read it, I have ideal customer profile. Now, the content that I write on LinkedIn is exactly on this target. Now, when I advertise about my any of the content, exactly this is on this target. People, are you getting it? So the first one is research, research, research. Second one is okay, leave it. The third one is, how do you research? You have to talk to people in and around you. You have to talk to the people inside the company. You have to talk to the customer who are not buying the product. You have to ask him, why are you not buying the product? That's okay. They'll give you a reason. Oh, I don't like the product. Oh, your product is expensive. Oh, I don't have the time. Oh, your product doesn't solve my problem. So when they give you this answer, that becomes your research. They are not your ideal customer profile. Okay, so you have to talk to the people. Then you have to understand the common problem, learn about the competitors, what are they doing, learn about the Google Analytics. If suppose there is a product of yours, how people are performing on that with different companies, understand the age, understand the average spend. You have to understand a lot of things. That's how you create an ideal customer profile. And trust me, when you create an ideal customer profile, right, your sales journey is very fast, very fast. You have to use the online tools and social media to research about a lot of products. How can you research how can social media be researched? So suppose I am a person who is a sales profile, my people are on B2B. So of course, if I put a content on Instagram, they are not my people, right? I have to put the content on LinkedIn. So you have to understand which is the right platform. Where do my activities and engagements are being monitored? Who are monitoring it? What is the profile of that people? How is the content? How they interact with my content? Are they giving me thumbs up? They are writing it back to me. They are just scrolling and not interacting me. What are they doing with it? Hello? You want to take a break for a few minutes? Yes. Okay, fine. Take a break for 2 minutes. Don't switch off your cameras. Be here.
Okay, ladies, since the time we are taking the break, let me just let you know about your first assignment, which has been posted on the Herky portal in the group which you had joined, Women Sales Connect. Okay, please see in the post section, you will be able to find the. Okay, and it is in relevance to the same topic what you're going through today with Swati. Okay, and it is a Google form, very simple questions. If you are listening to the session attentively, you will find it very, very easy to do it. So you can please continue with your break.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question. How many people you got the concept? Did you understand what is target market, what is target audience? Because there is one last concept. Because normally I'll tell you, this is a very heavy concept and there are so many questions that comes every time. And this cover ups my almost 1.5 hours. But there were no questions from your end, and that is the reason I have almost come to an end. I would not lie on that. Now you tell me where is it stuck up? Because there is a stuck up somewhere. I'm sure there is a stuck up. Without stuck up, if there is no question, there is a stuck up. And most importantly, people have got into the Friday evening mood, I think.
Yeah, probably I feel, Swati, that's a bigger, a factor here. So why don't you give them a situation and then probably, ask their views on that? What you
Sure.
have, let's put them into an activity and then get their views.
Okay. So, okay. I'll give you a situation. Everybody have a pen and paper. Let's do a case study. Everybody have a pen and paper. I just request you to have a pen and paper because you have to jot down or write down the important points that I would be speaking. Okay. Now, you have to first think that you all people are manufacturers, correct? Now you have a business idea. The business idea is that you know makhanas, the foxnut. Everybody know foxnut. It is pretty there. It is like positioned as one of the healthy snack in the evening, correct? Now, at the scale of the business of foxnut, it is coming down. Now something has to come up. Now let's talk about the popcorn. Just imagine you are the people or you are the manufacturer, you are going to design a popcorn industry. You love popcorns yourself, and there is no much of the popcorn in the market. So first, you are the manufacturing of popcorn. You want to start the business of popcorn. You have 10 lakh rupees in your hand to do all the research and start with your popcorn industry. Fourth point is you have to introduce by 5 new flavors. The first flavor would be the caramel popcorn. Then you have Podina popcorn. Then you have Karela popcorn. One that you have a jackfruit popcorn, because you're targeting different people for this. Okay. Now, you do not have any accessories. You do not have any machine for this. Now you tell me. I mean, Avneet, I didn't get that laugh for.
I'm very sorry, Swati, but Karela and Pudina was like, I couldn't control my laugh on that. But yes, very interesting flavors for popcorns.
Yes. So that's basically, I specifically use that word Karela and Pudina. So I have to understand from your point of view. Now, what you have to do is this: who is your target market? Where would you sell that popcorn? You are staying in Bangalore, or maybe you take up your own city only, that you are staying in your city. Where would you sell that popcorn? Who are your target audience? How will you sell to them? Then who is your ideal customer profile for popcorn? Which season will you sell? When will you introduce? And what will your sales process be? Alisha, did you got all the question without writing?
Can you repeat, please?
Ma'am, please
I got
repeat.
only 3.
That is the reason I told you to write it down. Okay, let me just repeat again. So you are a manufacturer of popcorn industry. Because the Foxnut is going down, you have 10 lakh rupees to start with. Nothing more than that. Your husband has just given you 10 lakh rupees, or your saving is 10 lakh rupees. Correct? Now you want to make a business out of it. You have 5 flavors to introduce. The first flavor, let's take one flavor as a classic flavor. The second one you have to bring is a caramel flavor. The third one you have to bring as a Podina flavor. The fourth one you have to bring as a Karela flavor. In popcorns, I'm talking about. Okay. And fifth one, take a cheese flavor. Cheese and tomato flavor. Okay. Cheese and tomato flavor, both the flavor together. You got the concept? You don't have any machinery. You don't have a place to start your popcorn business. Now you tell me first, but how to make a popcorn. You know all these flavors. You already have the idea how to make these flavors. Now, one thing, you're not selling the kernels. You're selling the popcorn, bursted popcorns. Okay? You got that? Popcorn. Okay? Now, what you have to think? Who are your target market? Who are your audience? Who is your ideal customer profile? Where you will sell? How will you sell? Whom would you target? What is your first strategy of finding them out? Take your city as a target.
Can you be a bit slow in your questioning?
Okay, I'm so sorry. What is your target market? Okay.
So probably just give them 3 situations on this. What is your target market, price point, and one more, whatever you want to add. Just give them 3 situations.
Okay. So what is your target market? What is your price? And what is your ideal customer profile? So you have 5 flavors. So you can create a 5 ideal customer profile.
I would say that the targeted place would be.
One second, Bina. You need to write it down. Think over it. I'll give you 5 minutes to do that, 5 to 7 minutes to each one of you. Then you have to raise your hand and you have to start speaking. Is that justified? Correct. So everybody has to think strategically. It's your business. You can't burn your 10 lakh rupees.
Ladies, form a structure on the situation what Swati has given. Okay, from the beginning, you have 10 lakhs, how you're dividing it, how you are taking it forward, and the categories where Swati has given you, 3 pointers. How will you do it? The price point, target area, and your customers. Okay, so you have to show your strategy skills here now. Okay, how are you strategizing the whole process here? Please think about it. Take about, let's make it as a 5 minutes quiz kind of a thing. Okay,
Yes,
it is 4:17 now. Let's get back in 4:22. Think, write, and then we'll listen from you.
sure. Don't go anywhere. Be on the
Yes,
screen
please
only.
don't leave. It is an activity. Let's see how innovative you can be.
I hope you people are doing the assignment. Any question? Let me know. I'm here only. One last more minute, please. All right. So if you're done, everybody done? Bhavnas, Krishnan, Manisha, Chinni, Sneha, Pallavi. So I call Krishnan or I call Satya?
Both is fine.
Okay,
Swati, no problem.
great. Thank you for saying that. So are you done? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Great. Sudha, Gayatri, Pallavi, Sandhya. Great. So you have to raise your hand and let me know who's going to go first. We would have at least 2 or 3 participants. Thanks, Bina. Bina, the clap was for?
Sorry, actually that was hand
Thumbs
raised.
up. Okay. So yes, Bina, you want to go first?
Sure, Swati. So I jotted few points. So I would say as categorized into 4 different types like cheese, putina, caramel. Bit. I'm just looking into my notes and talking.
Oh, yeah, please, please, please. Be comfortable.
So I would specifically jot it down, targeted audience would be family for cheese. The targeted audience would be family, children, someone who's cheese lovers. So the price positions would be mid-range, and the marketing place would be theaters, supermarkets. And for Pudina, it will be someone who's looking for a unique flavors. So the price range would be slightly higher because it's different from the regular ones. And could find places like healthy stores because Pudina is something good for women as well. So for somewhere nutrition places like nutrition centers, and for caramel is specifically for someone who likes sweet, so sweet tooth. So price range would be something little higher because especially that caramel flavor is chosen in theaters, I mean cinema places or online with the fancy packaging. And bitter gourd is something which is chosen only particularly mainly for healthy people. So stores like healthy stores like medical stores as well, because these days we can see Apollo stores or Yashoda hospital stores. They actually have a healthy snacks like as you mentioned makana, and different healthy flavors specifically. So bitter gourd, bitter karela, especially for the range would be little higher because most of the healthy snacks I find in the stores are a bit higher than the regular classic ones. So that's what those were my points.
Great. Very nice. You have done a good job.
Thank
So,
you.
but there will always be a tweaks and turns. We can go more detailing that, but not right now. Just whatever you have done an amazing job. So there were
Thank
2 more hand raised. Alicia.
Hi.
Hi.
For different flavors, I have categorized different categories of customers. For example, for classic caramel and for cheese, I have targeted students and families who look for healthy snacks with a little flavor, because childrens love to go for the sweet flavors or the cheese flavor. And the
Yes.
target and the prices could be like it should not be very high, because if a student is buying from a school canteen, that should be affordable. Means 20 rupees, 30 rupees, because parents don't give much of money to them. So that should be affordable for the students who can buy from the canteen as well. And
True.
for we can also target the office area canteen, and the prices could be higher, because people who are going offices love to go for a healthy snacks in the evening time. The popcorn is a best option where they can buy from the canteen area. And as the karela and pudina, that we can target to the hospitals or the medical stores, and we can target to those women who are very health conscious, or very diabetic sort of people, and we can target to karela flavor. We can target to the diabetic people, and we can position our product as accordingly. And for the pudina, we can target people who are having a stomach problem, and they also wanted to have a crunch at the same time. So we can target the pudina flavor to those people who are having these sort of problems.
Correct.
And
So
the
you can
prices would be obviously higher for the karela and the pudina.
And why do you think that you should be pricing higher to it? If suppose I get into this kind of business, I would try to make a little lesser on that, because you understand one thing. Okay, now here I'll tell you one thing to everybody. Okay, before I tell, I want to listen to everybody. Now, is there something done, Alisha, or would you like to
Yeah,
speak?
because it has a medicinal property. Even that's why I said it could be on a higher side.
Okay.
Rest okay.
All right. Very good
Thank
show. But and good that you have started. Actually, you mentioned 20, 30 rupees also. So you were specific on the money front also. Good job. Can we have
Thank
Sneha now?
Hi.
Hi, Sneha.
So one thing the only part I think that I'm not going to sell all these things separately. I
Okay.
will just make a bucket like Haldiram used to do, all the flavors together,
Hmm.
just make a pouch, and I would like to sell it in mall or in grocery stores. So the people will try, purchase it and try, and after
Hmm.
that they will go for and buy it for whole
Hmm.
family. So this will push my business more.
Okay. So what will you
The
price that? And why is it
price
that ideal customer? Why do you want to target malls?
monthly basis, people used to purchase grocery every month. That's why.
So
Uh,
don't you think that people, you will always land up paying extra money to the mall people, so you have to make your pricing extra, and people don't have the concept of buying
that will
popcorns
be
at
the
100
another
rupees.
thing, but this is a main concept which I was thinking. That I was explaining.
So who becomes your ideal customer profile here? If you go to mall, who
Kids,
becomes a profile?
kids, and the family person, basically. Kids and every family persons are always here and there. So
So you're targeting everybody.
yes, I'm targeting everybody. That's why I'm making a bouquet-like thing or a bucket of popcorn. You can say.
Okay. Do you
And the,
think it is going to be helpful to you?
yes, because here I belong to Jharkhand, and the people used to buy that Haldiram packet more, that five six
Okay.
flavors of packet. That's why I was thinking of this idea.
Okay.
With in a reasonable price.
So basically, if you say you're trying to tell me that Jharkhand has a mindset that
Yeah,
people have a combination that people love to buy.
yeah,
Okay, so that's the reason you want to go with this particular kind of strategy, and this only becomes your ideal customer profile. So you want
yeah.
to sell in Jharkhand only? That's your target market?
No, no, no. All around the India, I would like to sell all around in India, like a brand type thing.
So your target
But
markets become where?
starting, yeah,
Jharkhand.
all over India,
Okay.
maybe in
Hmm.
metro cities special. So I belong to a small city. So I was thinking that manner.
Okay, fair. Good done. Good show. You said,
Thank
see,
you.
whatever you said was right from your part, but this is very specific to your city. So you actually did not choose a target market. You just chose about the target audience directly.
You can.
All right. But you did a good show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Manisha, can we go with you?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, your first question was my target market for popcorns. My target market would be I'll choose classic Pudina Karela in residential areas, societies, small shops near parks, supermarkets,
Hmm.
and the caramel and a cheese tomato. I would target near theaters, school malls, and my target audience for these two groups, like classic Pudina Kerala, is
Hmm.
30 to 50 years of people, and
Okay.
classic my caramel and cheese tomato. My
Hmm.
target audience will be 15 to 35 years of age group
Okay.
people.
Hmm.
Now, reason being, these are two different flavors, which is just come in the market.
Hmm.
Usually people never take. I just think it is a new flavor. Kids used to try. Kids
Hmm.
want to do try, and it's depend upon demographic. Uh,
या प्लीज गो हेड, आपको जो बोलना है आप हिंदी में भी बोल सकते हो.
demographics, मैम, कि बच्चे ज्यादातर जाते नहीं है मैम सुपरमार्केट्स और पार्क्स आजकल कम बचा रहे हैं. ज्यादातर जो ओल्ड एज पीपल हैं, लेडीज हैं, वो वॉक के लिए जा रहे हैं.
Hmm.
बच्चों को ज्यादातर आजकल अडिक्ट हो गए हैं मोबाइल्स के.
Hmm.
तो इस वजह से मैंने रेजिडेंशियल एरियाज लाइक सुपरमार्केट्स और जो स्मॉल ग्रोसरी शॉप्स हैं नियर बाय
Hmm.
are thinking of to provide a sample packaging of
Hmm.
small pouches as a free sample packages to introduce my product in the market.
Okay. Correct. So everybody got that context. Thank you so much, Manisha. You really did a good job as well. You were in
Thank
fact
you,
more
ma'am.
precise. जैसे जैसे आप अंदर जाते जा रहे हो वैसे वैसे more precision आते जा रहा है. So now let me put down my viewpoints. If I have given this situation, how would I? Yes, Gayatri.
Yeah, first I will target children's and online websites. Why? Because of that product can go for anywhere while giving the advertisements mainly. So while in apps also we can see the advertisements. So children's will use nowadays phone, so they can target like any products or this popcorn also. They will see and ask mothers mainly. And they will only see these like snacks and eating items first.
Yes.
So I will keep a small startups without online, I'm saying. So in outside in village or cities, I will keep a small startup initially, and I will target the parks and theaters. Why? Because of this is like popcorn. They will use for snacks, so that's why they can eat at that time in evening timings, or when they will go for theaters. So definitely peoples will purchase by giving these colorful items like cheese, pudina flavors, or other items. But I will divided these flavors into two types. First, childrens will not like more like pudina flavor. They will need some taste. So I will give like tomato or any items for childrens, and I for adults I can give like cheese, so they can tempted to the flavors first. So after that I can give another flavors. Why? Because when they taste, then only they know the flavors of the
Yes.
popcorns. Then I can easily market the other flavors also. So mainly I will give means I will take any two flavors first, and then easily they will buy another flavors also. Once the taste is good, customers will not neglect, or they will not use in another manner. So I
Okay.
will think that will be work out.
Okay. So whatever you said was right, Gayatri, but don't you think you have done lot of permutations and combinations? You have just given the money and says कि हम ये करके देखते हैं, अगर ये नहीं किया तो ये करेंगे. So where is the ideal customer profile? Now
Yeah,
in this you will burn lot of money.
Yeah, I will give samples first. I will invest for samples. Then only customers can know that what is there in this product. Without samples, we can't purchase any items. We can give like purchase less or with a discount. Then customers can accept those flavor. Without
Yes,
giving all this, yeah, we
no,
can start in initially. We can get money loss, but after that the like customers or clients can addict it, so we can easily grow.
Uh, okay, no, Gayatri. Whatever you're thinking is little lateral than what is required. I'll tell you how. Now, what will happen? You're saying that you will be giving the samples to a lot of people. There is no problem in that. But
Yes.
if suppose you say, if I say ICP, which is the ideal customer profile, there are 5 flavors, right? That is a caramel, there is a classic, there is a tomato, there is a Karela, and there is a Podina.
Cool.
Now, for example, Podina and Karela. Karela is very specific to a certain group of people. Podina is very specific to certain group of people. So, if suppose I create an ideal persona that, okay, for Podina, I would be having the corporate. They should be working in the corporate. They should be in the age group of 30 to 45. They should be actually in the position of purchasing they should have a good purchasing power. They should have a spending power of at least 100 rupees per day, or maybe 200 rupees per day on their just leisure time. So when I create these kind of ideal customer profile, so once there I can give the sample, na?
Yeah, okay, but I have said that I will give purchase only 2 flavors first initially.
Whatever you choose,
So
that's okay.
yeah, then I can give for them other samples, not all samples I am saying. Whatever they edit, I will give first those samples only. For investing all, it is different, but giving two is better when I compare to other.
I am not denying that. Okay, let's
Yeah.
let's understand it from first Pallavi, and then let's get into this. What I think about it, and if you buy to it, let me know about it. Yes, Pallavi.
Yeah. Ma'am, first of all, we have 10 lakh rupees. That
Okay.
is something which we have. And we are not selling the kernels, we are selling the burst out popcorn. So I think,
Yes.
first of all, I need to purchase the machine, because
Hmm.
if I'm like, manufacturing 5 flavors, so I can't do it in a pressure cooker. So first I'll purchase 2 popcorn bursting machine. I
Okay.
don't have how much that will cost, but let's take maybe around 20K per machine, so
Okay.
40K.
Hmm.
Then if I am creating my own brand,
Hmm.
I need packaging.
Hmm.
If I'm Because I'm manufacturing it, I don't have a place also, but that I can manage if I have home. If I'm staying in a home, I have some place, so the popcorn machines can be kept there, and packaging material that I can bought it, okay, or I
ठीक है.
can basically personalize it also.
Sure.
So there also, and I'll also hire a person for the
Okay.
packaging thing.
ठीक है. Okay.
So out of 10 lakh rupees, if we do like per month cost of that person also, and machines and the packaging material, everything, then I'm probably thinking like 1,50,000 or 2 lakh will be invested in this thing.
Okay.
Now I'm left with 8 lakhs rupees and three of your major questions. Now target market, if I think of.
ठीक है.
So like for example, if we go to the DMart, so there
Hmm.
what they do basically when we come out, so
Hmm.
they have set up a small this
Canopies.
small, very small canteens, and especially like for
Canopies.
uh, canopies.
Hmm.
Okay, sorry, canopies. So for popcorns also they have set up like cheese tomato one also, and simple popcorn, and they're selling it at a very affordable price, like 10
Hmm.
rupees or 10 or 15 rupees.
Correct.
But since I'm doing I'm making my own brand, doing the whole purchasing thing, packing thing and everything. So what I'm thinking is keep I have basically selected 3 target markets. One is
Hmm.
the marts,
DMart, Reliance Smart, or any like superstore kind of thing where I can keep my product. Second is the shops, basic shops where we bakeries or like shops like those. And third is the eateries which we find on the highway where we can also see chips like chips and everything. Huh? And usually we see chips only. Popcorn is something which will be different, I think. Okay. Second question was of price. So for me, I kept price constant for everything, 30 rupees per packet. And third question was ideal customer profile. So I agree with everyone. Cheese and tomato and classic. These are the two flavors. Kids, especially kids and teenagers, and liked by everyone actually. Even if we go to a theater, we most probably enjoy classic only with a Coke. So these two flavors, cheese and tomato and classic, is liked by everyone. So those will be my ideal customer profile. Uh, then caramel one is usually liked by teenagers, especially like aged between 10, 12 to like 25, but teenagers and young adults basically. And Karela is, as everyone pointed out, it's more of a healthy option people look for. So yeah, diabetes and yeah, people who are on diet or like this thing. And Pudina, I specifically feel like our moms will like more. I don't know why I feel like this, but I do think our moms will like Pudina more. Yeah, so I've kept it in an age group of 30 to 45. So that's what I did.
Great. Thank you for saying that. You were also pretty much good on that front. Anybody else who would like to participate before I tell my viewpoint on that? Anybody who wants like to participate? Yes, Bhavna, please.
Yeah, hi. Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
So I would think my ideal customer profile, let's just begin with that. Since it's a
Okay.
combination of many flavors, so my ideal profile age group would be between 18 to 35. Okay. And they are like targeting basically the urban areas, especially the metros or the Taiwan cities where the gourmet snacks are quite popular. Okay. And the income level of these people would be somewhere like middle to upper middle class with the disposable sort of income. Yeah. And the lifestyle will be like they are busy or they value convenience or they enjoy trying new flavors. And also the buying behavior would be someone who would pick something from a supermarket or an online platform or from a cafe. So and who likes to try something trendy and innovative food options. One would be that. So the target group would be someone like urban millennials or Gen Zs, okay, or young professionals or college students, and family and with kids. So since there are 5 flavors, I think they can come under these 3 categories. And the pricing, I would think something like which should reflect the premium and the unique nature of the flavors, but it should be accessible. So something like I would say in the range from 50 to about 200 rupees. Each flavor would be of a different price points. So yeah, so I think this is how I would go about it. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect, Bhavna. Thank you so much for saying that. You were also very, very right. Firstly, thank you each one of you that you have people participated. Now I'll just tell you what I would be thinking. So when I talk about the target market, if you remember, I said it has to be do with the geography. Say, for example, I am the person who is from Bangalore. So I would like to start with the target market as a Bangalore. Okay. I would be talking about certain areas like HSR layout. I would talk about Kormangla. I would talk about Indranagar. I would talk about certain specific areas like this. So this becomes my target market. Once I cover up these things, I would prefer going to Mysore, nearby area. So this actually becomes my target market. Now, when I say target market, the target market is the region actually. You have to understand where is your customer. Now, popcorn is eaten by everybody. So I have to choose a region here. Are you people getting it? How do I start with? So I cannot come up and say, okay, today I'm going to target the whole of Bangalore. I cannot do that possibly, right? So I have to target HSR layout. I have to target Kormangla. I have to target Indranagar. That becomes my target markets. Am I clear on that front? So whichever area is nearby you and whichever city you are staying in, so the nearest area becomes your target market because the product that we are selling is being eaten by everybody. Correct? Second, I will put the pricing from 150 to 100 rupees. I'll tell you why. Because the reason being, mentally and psychologically, you have to understand we can still go and buy 200 ka foxnut. But don't you go to a mall and say, oh, 200 ka popcorn, and you don't buy it. So my pricing strategy would be always between 550 to 100 rupees only. I would not make, I'll make sure that my popcorn doesn't exceed 100 rupees, because I always keep on saying India is a price driven market. Now you tell me, any one of you, if I give you 200 grams of popcorn and 200 rupees, will you buy? You will buy one time to start with as a podina flavor, but can you buy the second time?
No.
No. So why would I put a pricing which I will myself not buy? So that becomes your pricing strategy. That is how you have to think when you talk about a business front. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am, you are right.
Correct? That's the second part of it. Now coming to the third part of it, that is the ideal customer profile, where Bhavna was very, very near to it. Now I will categorize. There are 4 portions of it. One is caramel, one is tomato, and one is classic. Now this has been eaten by everybody. So this becomes and Gen Z people, this become an urban. The age group would be from 12 years to 40 years. They have the disposable income. They don't mind spending 100 and 150 rupees daily, or maybe 3-4 times in a week. Now these become my specific target customer profile for my these 3 flavors. They have purchasing power, they can spend, they love spending, they love munching. They are in the age group of 18 years, 12 years to 40 years. Now these are my target audience over here. Now let's talk about the other 2 target audience, which is a Karela and which is a Podina one. Karela, I, as a company, if my vision is that everybody should eat, so I would not only target to healthy people. In fact, I would target everybody who is more than 30 years of age. Because the moment you cross 30 years of age, you should start taking care of your health is something that people start understanding this concept. So my target would be, the age for Karela would be 30 years. They should have a disposable income. They should be urban people. They should understand the value of health. They should be in the progress. They should be in the attitude that health is wealth. They should be in the belief that if you spend right at eating at right age, you will actually make your body run for a longer period of time. So these are attitude, belief, demographics, income, understanding about my Karela product. Now you can keep on adding to a lot of this. You can keep on adding. You start writing it down, you'll get a lot of things over here as an ideal customer profile. The same I can do with Podina also. So if I say about the demographic, socioeconomic, the behavior, the social status, then I have to actually start getting the subtopic of it, and you have to start understanding. Just 1 second, Manisha. Just give me 1 second, Manisha. Let's take this an example. 1 second. Now, let's take this an example. Just 1 second, please. If you talk about this, let's talk very, very specific over here. Now, when you talk about a Podina flavor, my age group would be 30 years to 45 years, right? My gender should be male and female both. I am not even targeting children's. Now, occupation should be, they should be in the job. They should be in the IT company. They should be in the edtech company, where the job is actually to sit down and do the work. That's the occupation. The geography is basically Bangalore and the nearby region. Income, they should be in the salary package of at least 10 lakh rupees to 15 lakh rupees. Because if the pricing of that Podina is 100 rupees. Because if a person do not have a 10 lakh ka salary, which is like 90,000 rupees per month, he would not spend 100 rupees on my popcorn. Correct? So now the demographic becomes here. The second one is, when do they buy? They would buy on the occasion of when there is a party at their home. on the weekends night when they're on the movie time, probably when there is a match in the market, probably when they're going out for the weekends, probably when there is a long weekend in the market. Now, this is the occasion and timing that they would buy. Correct? The spending habit is people would love to pick up the snacks. They love eating in the evening. Interest is they are looking for new things in the market. People love to experiment with food. What kind of they love to experiment with new different kind of flavors. So you have to keep on understanding these kind of things. You have to put down answer for every segment over here, and that's how you create your ideal customer profile. And to an opposite side of it, people I am not targeting to also write down. Say, for example, I'm targeting to the adults. So I'm not targeting to children. That becomes an ideal customer. That is how you have to create that on a paper or an Excel file, wherever you are comfortable to. Are you people with me? So does that help you?
Yes.
Great. So yes, Manisha, you had one question. Sorry, you have question.
Ma'am, what is the difference between target audience and ideal customer profile?
So target what? Audience, right?
Yes,
Okay.
target audience and ideal customer profile.
Okay. So target audience is basically I'm having an assumption that these are the people who will buy from me. Okay. Maybe it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Okay. And ideal customer profile is basically that I am creating 10 points or 15 points of a person who will buy my product. And this is very clear that they are the people who are going to be purchaser to me. Okay, I actually could not explain it once again. So let me give you an example over here. Actually, there is not much of the difference. There's almost same only, but you create an ideal customer profile for your own particular brand. You create your own particular, you create actually ideal customer profile for your particular brand. More or less, it would be same only. Target audience and ideal customer profile. More or less, it is same only.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks. Somebody raised the hand actually. Abhi?
Ma'am, to answer this, as per my understanding, target audience and the ideal customer, the difference, what I understand, is target audience is the criteria where all checks has been measured, and ideal customer, they satisfy all the checks for being a target audience.
Okay. So frankly, I did not got that.
I
But
mean,
still, if that helps Manisha, I'm okay with that.
Ma'am,
yeah,
target audience is a large bucket.
yes.
From that, we'll segregate the ideal customers.
Exactly. Thanks for saying that. Actually, I was short of words. I'm so sorry for that. I was short of words. I just got into a loop of short of words. Sometimes it does happen with the trainers also.
No issues.
So that's the thing. So I hope, yes, Anjali.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Yes, Swati. I have a confusion, or you may say I have a doubt. Ki why I target the corporate office level. Sorry, corporate level executive for the popcorn business. Why we are not targeting the lower means middle class or lower middle class audience?
Okay. So for this, I would have an understanding from my angle. Okay. So this is a very perspective angle. Now, what will happen is that, see, when you're selling a product of 50 rupees, do you want a purchase of one time or do you want a purchase for minimum of 10 to 15 times? You want more purchase, right?
Yes. Yeah.
When will you have more purchase? When people will buy more and more. Now, just
Mhm.
imagine if the person is into middle class segment and the person is having 50,000 as an income, and there are 4 people who are there in the family to take care of, do you think that he would spend on something called as popcorn, which is a leisure for him? Of course, he would not do because he have to take care of the basic things like rent, food, education of the family. Now, that is one of the reason why I chose that my ideal customer profile should be in the salary bracket of 10 lakhs to 15 lakh rupees. Now, just imagine if a person is having 15 lakh rupees as a salary, so his monthly income after deducting all the taxes would be 1 lakh 10,000 around. Now, in that 1 lakh 10,000 rupees, if the whole expense of the house is taken care by 50,000 rupees and he takes care of that or 20,000 of saving, he's still left with that 40,000. So now what happens over here, the purchasing from that person becomes little more compared to the one which is in the lower middle class.
Okay.
So based on this, on the product that you have to understand what is the scalability of that product. Is it more and more purchase, or it's a one-time purchase on the heavy price? So product like popcorn, you need people to buy more and more, more and more, more and more. So that is the reason why I would not target these people. Because it could be, now I would put, for example, 200 rupees, okay, in my advertisements and everything. Now, one time I will get 300 rupees, okay. So basically I made a profit of 100 rupees, but they are not a regular purchaser for me, na?
Yes, you are right.
But again, if I put the upper middle class, if I put 200 rupees in the marketing, I get 200 only. But now these become, they like the flavor and the taste. They are the regular purchaser for me.
Yeah, they become a regular customer, right?
Do you agree on this?
Yes, ma'am, I'm totally agree.
So that's the reason I segregate the market. That's the reason the occupation does play a very important role based on the pricing of the product or the services that you have.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Does that help answers to everyone? Okay. So any other questions that you have? And Manisha, I'm so sorry, I lost the loop of the words when you talk about the ideal customer profile. Once we meet on Monday, right? So let me just come up with an example, a proper example to give you a better understanding to it. We'll start with that and then we'll get into the topic of the day.
Ma'am, it is just like you asked the question, I wrote both the words like besides target audience and ideal customer profile. So I just like thinking, what is the difference between target audience and ideal customer profile? This was
Yes. So see, more or less it is the same. But when there are two different words, there are two different meanings. So just let me find out what is the main. I'm just missing out the main context right now. I'm just not able to give you with an example right now. Sometimes, it happens with the trainers also. I'm so sorry for that. So that's the one thing.
Thank you.
I'll definitely give an answer that on Monday itself. Anybody has any other questions for the day? So frankly, we have covered 4 segments today. The first one was a market. The second one, the subset of the market is called as the audience. Then you have to create an ideal customer profile. And the last one that we covered was a buyer's persona, which is a fictional character, which you have to create to the core right. So the more you create right buyer's persona, you come very, very near to the ideal customer profile. The difference between ideal customer profile and the buyer's persona is that the buyer's persona is a character in your mind that the people will buy based on the data that is there in the market. It is very accurate. It is to the T accurate. And ideal customer profile comes nearer to the buyer's persona. Did you got this concept? So you have to think more from the buyer's perspective. From the ideal customer ICP perspective. Right? Do you have any other questions? I know this is a heavy topic in itself for all the starters, because this in fact takes a lot of time for people who are on the job also to understand, because the more you get into it, sometimes you get into confusion modes. तो आपको जितना समझ आया वो सही है. But the only thing that I request you is two things. First, please go ahead and do the exercise or the assignment which has been given to you. That will help you to understand the situation more better. And the second one is that we have 2 days of weekend now from today and tomorrow and day after. So just read about ideal customer profile, the target market, and the target audience. Just 2 or 3 website. Go read what they have to say. Type words like examples of target market. What does target market means? How do McDonald's create a target market? So these kind of words, when you put down into Google search, you will start getting an answers. And the more you be very specific, the more you will clearly understand this. Yes, Abhi.
Swati, do we have access of these PPT so that we can go through and research about it a lot, like while doing our, task and that has been provided to us? If we have an access to the PPTs, or if we can connect.
Frankly, as of now, no. But let me just ask to Avneet after the call what we need to do for this. What best we can do for you, I'll definitely, Avneet can tell you about it. Let me just speak to Avneet after this call.
Sure, thank you.
Yes, Manisha.
My first question was like same, if we can get the PPT, and the second question, ma'am, like where we get the assignments.
Okay, for that,
How to
Avneet
check
has to pitch in. Avneet would be talking about it because there is a you are there on Herky and the assignment is there only. Avneet, hi.
Hi,
Avneet.
Swati. Just give me a moment, please. I am just facing some little trouble with my laptop. Just a moment.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So first question, where what I missed on to the first question,
The
which
first
you where
question
you
is how do we do about the PPT? So I said to them, let me just speak to you off after the call, and then we
okay.
can decide upon it.
So on the PPT front, ladies, we will not be able to share the PPT with you all. We have already mentioned this very clearly. If in case you feel that you want to take a screenshot, you can take the screenshots. See, this is something, bases the topic. Coaches prepare with their own ideas, and it is their hard work. Okay. And I would say that you can take the screenshots, prepare your, put in your own thought process in this, rather than having a PPT in hand like that, and using it forward like that. So a great, I would say insights are in front of you now. Run over your thoughts in it. Make your own PPT with those tips. Swati, correct me if you want to add here something, or if correct me if I'm wrong here.
No, just to add on is that suppose in case you have missed out some of the points to write it down, what best I can do is that on Monday, I will just run through the PPT again, take a
Yes.
screenshot of it so that it becomes an easier job for you.
Correct. If in case you miss any important point, you can always during the session also you can tell Swati to go back on the particular page. She will go back happily. She will go back and give you the tips. So do not worry on that part. Okay. If in case later also you realize, just put it across to us. We will be happy to get that screenshot for you. Yeah. Yes, Swati, you would wish to share your LinkedIn profile here. Somebody's asking your LinkedIn profile. Yeah, Abhivyakti wants to connect with you.
Yes,
And in terms of assignment, I'll tell you again where it is posted. You remember in the beginning, we told you to join one group, which is Women Sales Connect group. Anybody?
Yes,
WhatsApp
yes.
group, ma'am?
Yes.
In
Yes,
WhatsApp.
ma'am.
Yes, on the Herky portal.
Yes.
Right? So that particular group is the coordination group for you all. Every information till the time you are in this program will be shared on that group. Your schedule, which I am saying from, yesterday also I told you that your schedule has been shared. Your schedule is shared on that group. We have, blocked your calendars as well, but you will be able to know that on which day you have which topic. Okay. So basis that you can, pre-prepare your questions and you can ask. Like on Monday, we have one training with Swati, and the topic for that is negotiation plan. So you can come up with, your own questions for negotiation. Today, you got a great example. You have structured, basis that example, you have structured the whole plan. Now, Negotiation is the next step, right? So you can come up with your questions. There only in the post tab, your assignment is posted. Okay, and every assignment comes with a timeline. Okay, on if you read this, where you will see the Google, it is a Google form. First of all, it is Google form. Okay, it's very easy. So do not think that it is a big homework, something kind of a thing you have got. No, it's very easy. You'll be happy to do the things in that simple and easy questions. Okay. So if in case still you get stuck at that, please reach out to us. We'll be happy to help. Okay. Any one of you, if you do, you want me to share my screen and show you where you will be able to see it?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Please share.
Just give me a
Please share.
moment. Yeah. Give me just a minute. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. So this is the group, ladies, which you have joined. Women in Sales Connect, right? All of you are members of this group. See, these are all you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is the posts. See, this is your assignment posted here. Assignment number 1. Identification of prospects, questionnaire to be duly filled in and submitted latest by Saturday 5 p.m. Okay, this is the Google form link attached to it. Every post or any announcement which we will be doing, you will be able to find under the posts tab. Okay, this is your schedule. See, can you all see this?
Yes.
Yeah. So see, on 2nd of September, you have negotiation plan, then after objection handling and deal closure. So for next week, you have 4 sessions lined up. Okay. And when we message you for saying that please hit interested on the session link, these are your sessions. See, under the sessions tab, you will be able to see all the sessions. Please go and hit interested. Once you see, I am getting created because I am the owner of this page. Okay. For you, it will be coming interested here. Just click on that and you will be getting the Gmeet link to join the session. Okay. Is that clear, ladies? So this is
Yes.
very simple, very, easy tips to how to operate the portal. And somebody was asking me how to, why we have put you in this, group is for you girls to network with each other. Okay. You can obviously talk to each other in the WhatsApp group as well. But here, see, it's not that just only I can post. You can also post. You can write here something. Share, celebrate, ask, anything you want, you can write here and you can ask any questions, or if you want to share anything, Sneha wishes to share anything with the cohort, she can write there. Okay. If you have any better tip or any other suggestion you want to do, you can write there. This will all be, seen by all your cohort mates. Okay. So ladies, network with each other, speak to each other and use the portal. And not only this, we have a lot many sessions which are going on the Herky portal. For now, see, there are so many sessions which are live, creating wow presentations with AI tools and techniques. Okay. There is one session which is going to be held at 5:45. Okay. Where your feedback drives our future. Okay. Here, then again, collection of remote job sites and freelancing sites of developer uses tools and sites. So these are only examples I'm showing you. A lot of sessions like these are held on Herky portal. You can choose your interest and you can attend such sessions there. Okay. So be, anything you're feeling, any problem in attending any sessions, or if you wish to attend also any session and you've not received the link, please let us know. We'll be able to help you. Okay, so that's all from my side. I think I have given a brief walkthrough of the Herky portal here and have told you where you will find what. So I hope most of you are clear on this. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for confirming. Swati, that's all from my side. And I guess we are done for the session also today. For today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being lovely participants. See you on Monday.